Oh, God. So sniffly. Oh, fucking... Why is my life one perpetual sniff? Oh, fuck, right. I'll start in a minute. Right. Okay. Okay, so yeah, let's do the thing. So, hi. I'm going to be doing my second playthrough of Divinity Original Sin 2. As you can see on the screen. I think I've labelled it as Enhanced Edition. It's actually Definitive Edition. Shut up, same thing. So yeah, I've played through this once previous, and I fucking love this game. It's incredible. It harkens back to games like Baldur's Gate, Planescape Torment, that kind of CRPG style of like the late 90s, early 2000s kind of thing. Just does it with flashier graphics, obviously. Interesting turn-based combat system. The way that the stats are sort of played out as well, so you're not necessarily stuck to one class. You can start as one thing and become something entirely different by the end, if you so desire. It's just fucking incredible. If you like RPGs, it's pretty much a must pick up. If you're into action RPGs, maybe not. I mean, it is all turn-based combat, so it's more based around thinking than necessarily skill level of play. But if that's your thing, and then yeah, highly recommend it. Anyway, enough waffle. Where are we? So, I'm going to go to story, and we're going to go single player, and we're going to go classic modes. I just want to play through it on classic again. I'll probably eventually do tactician mode. Classic, mostly because there are a few characters in the game that you get to bring into your party. And there's an achievement for following the storyline of each one. And I've done it with 3, and now I need to do it with the other 3. So I already know who I'm going to be picking to come along with me this time. The brilliant thing is that you can also model them around what you kind of want them to do within your party, so they don't have to specifically stick to the role that the character is designed in. For example, there's a character called Irfan. I believe he's some kind of sort of crossbow-wielding ranger. You can have him do whatever you want. Just mould him to any sort of beginner class that you desire. He'll just say, oh, do you want me to fill another role? He'll gain stats and spells that kind of suit him to that particular role that you want him to fit. You can do the same with all the other character classes, and then you can even respec them eventually as well. So you can just take whoever you want, which is great. So yeah, classic mode, blah. Okay, so my idea for party composition this time is going to be one that I've seen floating around online, and it's quite an interesting idea. And it's going to be, I'm going to have the frontline fighters do magic damage, and I'm going to have the ranged characters do physical damage. So it's kind of like a flip of what you'd expect it to be. Like it's a party inverse, if you will. Okay, so what I'm going to want to do to start with, let's have a think. So I want my origin. So yeah, quickly while I'm here, who I'm going to be taking with me this time around, I'm going to be taking Sebel, the elf, Ifan, so like the weird rangerish character, I think normally, but we'll probably be changing that, I think. Don't hold me to that. And we're going to be taking Beast as well, this portly dwarf motherfucker. And I think, myself, I'm going to play a custom lizard. I think that's the plan. Yeah. So I think the two frontline fighters, I kind of did it the opposite way around last time. So it was a lot of lightning magic and a lot of hydro magic. So I think this time I'm going to do a lot of earth magic and a lot of fire magic. And those two complement each other very nicely. Earth can do things like create pools of oil, etc., for the fire mage to obviously catch light to and burn enemies. Just stuff like that. They just synergize really well. So we'll do some of that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the lizard the fire character. Just because that kind of seems like what the lizard would be, I guess. Also, one of their racial talents is a fire-breathing spell, which I'm pretty sure will benefit from bonuses to pyrokinetic, which we're going to be putting a lot of points into anyway for the fire mage. So we'll go with that. Okay, let's just have a look at what we look like here. Not too sure what I want to go with, really. I'm pretty sure that I kind of want the character to look like some kind of ultra edgelord character. So like, yeah, like black with orange or some kind of red. Just, you know, typical sort of like, oh, look at me, I'm a lizard and I use fire. They all look so fucking derpy, don't they? That's quite cool, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's the coolest of them. What have we got as far as hairstyles go? Yeah, that's pretty badass. Yeah, it's going to have to be this weird sort of ultra sort of dragon fish-ish looking head, I think. And that's definitely the coolest looking thing we've got going on. All of these colours, yeah, that. I think that's fire opal's kind of the nicest so far, isn't it, really? We can change this later as well, so I don't have to focus on it too much right now. I just don't want to get used to it and then it be really jarring later on. Is insight? Pressure. Stone. Yeah, I think fire opal's probably the coolest one. So we'll go with that. Voice.
Glory is mine.
Oh, gosh, sounds like a prick.
Try again. I'm ready. Better luck next time.
He also sounds like a prick.
Prepare yourself.
It's gonna have to be warrior. Like, I don't know. Just sounds like typical gruff bastard. It's kind of what I want to play the character as. Build preset. Yeah, okay, let's come over to preset here. No? Okay, right, let's go back to Origin quickly. So, I believe staves, when you hit things with the staff, the amount of damage you do will actually scale off the type of magic it is. So if I put points into pyro and it's a fire staff, even if I'm doing melee with the fire staff, it will scale off the pyro rather than two-handed skill, which is really handy because it means that we can make a sort of melee fire staff character. I believe I'm right in saying this. If not, and then I've fucked the build already. So I'm not really too sure what I want to start with here. All of the classes look incredibly cool. I mean, none of them start looking like this, but as you can see, like armor sets and stuff. Like, all of the design in the game is really cool. So I think... there's not really anything that... maybe just... I don't even necessarily have to go with that. I think... there's going to be a fair amount of chopping and changing around here, probably. While I figure out exactly what I want the class to be, because you can edit it fairly heavily, but I think there's a sort of like a couple of things you can't necessarily change. I'll tell you what, let's work out what we want to start with. Okay, so attributes. Oh god, no, I don't want to do that yet. So we're going to want to put... or maybe it's the star scales with intelligence. Either way, it's not too important right now. I know what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to put everything into intelligence for now, I think. Pretty sure that that's the best idea. As far as combat abilities go, we want one in pyrokinetic. Oh, no. Do that again, god damn it. Want one in pyrokinetic for sure. We can't use any level 2 spells until like level 6, I don't think, so we don't really need to put anything else into that for now. What we really do want to be able to do, though, is to be able to heal ourselves, so we need to put a point into Hydro straight away. So those are going to be our 2 combat abilities. We can respec that point out of Hydro later on. So that will do for now. Okay. Oh, I keep doing that. Take, I think, given the 1 point in persuasion naturally, I believe. What we ideally want on this character, we definitely don't need anything like sneaking or thievery. You kind of just want one character to be able to do everything. In fact, actually, I'm going to be using this character to talk all of the time, so I'm going to be using it to do persuasion checks. So yes, we'll actually put everything into persuasion. Okay, what do I need? So, right. Restoration for definite. Right, fire skills. Peace of mind. Being hasted is super handy. Ignition. Yeah, okay, so we're going to want to take Searing Daggers, I think, and we'll take Haste as well, because Haste is super handy. Armour of Frost would probably be quite handy as well, because it will give us magic armour. Actually, that's probably a better idea, so we'll do that. Okay. Hello, whoever's just joined. I hope you're good. You probably drop a comment in the chat. Let me know who you are, how shit is, how it's all going. So far, I'm just designing my character and just waffling a load of nonsense. It's actually been a few months since I played this for the first time round, so I've forgotten quite a lot. So, who even knows how this will go? So far, that seems to be the most advisable. No, that again. God damn it. Okay, so we've got those. So I think Far Out Man's probably going to be the best one to start off with, increasing the range of skills and scrolls by 2 meters. It just means that you can range people. So if I've got something that's going to go for, because usually I think the maximum is like 15 meters for spells and to shoot with staves and wands and stuff. Adding an extra 2 meters to that means that obviously I can be an extra 2 meters away. I cannot get hit by other magic users. Super good to have at some point. I'm not too sure if it's essential now though. Opportunist. Opportunist is probably the best thing to have, actually, to start with. Pet pal's kind of handy as well. It means that we can talk to animals, get some quests from animals and stuff in the game. They've also got some fucking hilarious dialogue options as well. It's great. Yeah, okay, what we'll do is we'll go with Opportunist. It's kind of hard to go wrong with Opportunist. It just means if people are trying to run away from you when they're in the range of your weapon, you'll get an immediate attack on them. It's just OP as fuck. Like, almost every character should have it, really, if they're going to get in melee range of anything. So we'll just go with that. So we've got 2 available tags here. It just kind of determines what we'll have as dialogue options at various different points. We don't necessarily have to take any tags if we don't want to, but I would quite like to. And I think this character would be somewhat of an outlaw, but he'd also be somewhat of a scholar as well. So we will go with those 2. And his instrument, cello, because it's the coolest. Yeah, very good. Rahimus as a name. I mean that's definitely a name, isn't it? I think what I'm going to do though is I'm going to change that to Serbia. No. Seraphim, which kind of roughly translates as fire user, believe it or not, which is exactly what we're going to be doing with this character. Very gay. Right, let's go. I'm not going to skip any of this, so if you guys haven't seen it before, you can watch it. It's beautifully animated. Kind of doesn't explain too much to start with, but...
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy.
Music in this game is so good.
Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
Okay, so the beginning of the game was actually a fair amount of just running around and talking to people. But you get to see that it's really well voice acted. The dialogue is superb.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now, no need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
So, it wasn't a dream after all.
Saving. Okay. Hey, there we go. It's us. And we're doing the thing. Okay, first things first, very quickly. Just gonna sort out my action bar. Yeah. No. Don't do that, please. Kind of want to put those on that end. No, oh, again. Not very good at this. Yep, that there. And I want to put him there. Okay. Let's wander around and loot some shit. Try and find some potions to start with. Let's check this desk. No. Nout. Rubbish. Is there anything over here? No. Okay, well... Aha, yes. Bucket as a helmet. Let's put that on. Because at the start of the game, armor is so ridiculously scarce that you're gonna resort to using whatever you can find. Like this bucket on your head. Let's move you there. Anything? No. Oh, it's not looking good.
Freight or food?
Why does my character sound like a knob? Repair hammer. Yep, I'll be taking that. Thanks. What's in here? Cargo door key. Very good. Barrel. Gold! Yes, please. Can't talk to the sheep. Not yet, anyway. Hen house. Is there anything here? Bucket of water. Useless. Okay, so we should be able to open this now. Do I need any of this shite? Not really. I would like to read this letter, though. Orders from the guard steward. Important. It's come to my attention, again, that several of you are bypassing the cargo hold security measures by sliding boxes onto the pressure plates. This will not do. The purpose of these measures is to require the presence of at least 3 magisters at a change of shift. Any deviation will result in at least 1 magister getting thrown overboard. Make sure it isn't you. Magister Siwan. Okay. Pocket knife. Well, I suppose we've got a weapon. Equip that. Oh yeah, pressure plates. Yes, I understand. Leave me alone. Is this heavy enough? We'll soon find out. No, can't even move it on there. Or maybe it's because I can't move it far enough. Let's just move it to there to start with. Are you going to work? Hey! Right, let's quick save that. Game involves so much quick saving, it's ridiculous. Just, if you do something, it can all go wrong in the blink of an eye. Oh, why am I so slow? What do you want from me?
Hey! Get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. You in?
Eye him carefully. Why is he in the cage in the first place?
Your guess is as good as mine. Someone screamed loud as a banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of. Just dragged me down here.
Demand to know exactly what is in it for you.
Set me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think.
Yeah, well, obviously I already know what happens here, but we'll agree.
A gentleman among jesters, you are. Give that lever a pull, and I guarantee we'll both get something out of the deal.
Okay. Well,
Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and snort behind you as the snoring magister mumbles himself awake. One bloodshot eye opens, and then another.
Is my shift over? Are you here to relieve me? Wait, you're no magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy lizard? Choose your words carefully. My fists ache to meet a new face.
Oh, this guy's a bit of a prick, isn't he? What are we going to do then? We should probably try one of these persuasions, really. What's my highest stat? Oh, they're all at 10. Fuck. Oh, God. Let's try a Constitution persuasion. So we'll tell him we heard yelling coming from up above and that he needs to get up there. No, you know what? Fuck it. He's being a prick. Let's kick his ass.
A collared sauce freak thinks he can clobber a red? Damn fool.
Give me my fucking XP.
I should have known there'd be trouble.
Are you standing in the fire yet? No. Okay, so... let's... burning for 2 turns. Yeah, let's just set everything on fire. Let's just go big right from the start. Oh, I'm also on fire now. Great. Let's run away from him and hope that he catches... that he just burns to death, and we'll stop there. There we go. Very good. And he is dead.
So much for a peaceful stroll.
We can... no, don't do that. Let's heal ourselves while we're here. Very good. And we can loot his corpse. We got anything good? Laboratory key. Very nice. Right, I guess we better pull this lever then, haven't we?
The prisoner's buoyant voice darkens as his eyes rest on yours.
Ah, freedom. Tastes better than wine. I'm nothing if not a man of my word. And I did give my word I'd set you free, lad. Say your prayers while you've breath to speak them. The halls await.
Oh, look, he double-crossed me. And now he's setting me on fire. Okay. Let's get out of that. It's, yeah. Run up here. We will heal ourselves again. Like so. Water spells also stop us from burning, which is nice. And we will wait until he comes to us. Because he's got to go through the fire. Okay, our turn. What to do? Let's... we're going to be standing in the projectiles, though, which is bad. So we should move slightly further away from him. And then 1, 2, 3. And... actually, we can do both. So we'll put Armour of Frost on, give ourselves some magic defense as well. Just in case he decides to use some fire again. And we'll also just set him the fuck on fire as well. It's all going on, isn't it? Hey.
What would he have to gain by killing me? I need to keep my guard up.
Electric discharge scroll. I can't open that. Oh, we can, of course. Lever. What are we going here? Fuck all. Come on. Lockpicks. Very good. Anything here? No. Rope. Actually, I can just unlock it with the key, can't I? Just pick that up. For fuck's sake. What we got here? Yes, I will take all of your things. Give me all of it.
Empty.
Oh, good. That's handy. Healing potions. Yes. Get in my life. Oh, actually, we can set this on fire. Blow this apart. Yeah, go. Bang. Gold. Ooh.
Not the most elegant solution, was it?
Not particularly, no. But, I mean, did we really have anything else that we could do? Really? Can I...
And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
Well. Yes, I'm sure. Okay, is there anything that we can rob? Like, immediately. Let's have a look. Off the rack. Give me that shit. What's this small tome saying? Okay. We have too long presumed Source as a virtuous part of civil society. Yet we need look no further into the past than the Source King's reign to understand the havoc such magics may wreak. One day, another order must follow in the Source Hunter's footsteps. Sorcerers can, must, be muted. The new model of Source collars provided by Vredeman is proving most effective. Which is what we're wearing on our necks right now. Stopping us from doing the Source. What we got here?
Empty.
Oh, great. Another medical cabinet. Wood chips. Let's use this. Books. Nothing. A load of shit. Anything in here? No. No. In a barrel? No.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself.
Uh-huh.
There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Okay, yeah, let's use some of our tag responses. So, Scholar, amused by the room's shape, you can tell you're on a Lucian-class frigate. But why?
Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have been for several days.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy.
Uh-huh.
A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good.
Let's pull the thing around our neck futilely. Demand to know why she collared you.
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those Source spells of yours? See what happens.
She might be playing a trick. Don't do it.
Oh, do go on. I won't hold it against you. Promise.
I'm not going to do what you ask me, stupid bitch. Shake your head. You're not going to do it.
My, aren't we a meek little lamb? Perhaps I needn't have collared you at all. Though it does look darling on you.
Fuck's sake.
So let's just leave it on, shall we? Because to answer your question, what this collar does is this. It makes you unable to cast Source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
I mentioned there was a little accident in the cargo deck, and the prisoner's dead.
Is he? Oh well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they?
And we'll also lean in and whisper that the Magister below decks suffered a fatal encounter.
She frowns and peers at you closely, resting the back of one hand on your forehead and taking your pulse with the other.
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Just take it easy.
So, fucking have a nightcap and go to bed. Safe. Okay, well, you're a useless bitch.
No lesions, no trauma. It was bled by magic.
Good gods. There's been a murder here.
Oh god, no shit.
A young magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around her weapon as you pass.
Okay. And, Magister Caddock?
Behind the magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
Let's peer into the room and ask what happened.
There's been a murder. The sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like the rest of them. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does.
Pause. Always does. And ask if this sort of thing happens often.
You surprised? You're one of them. You know what sorcerers are capable of? Whoever did this found a way around their collar and killed a man. Small ones this time, thank the gods. We'll find out who did it, one way or another.
Okay. Well, I suppose we better talk to this woman, really. Hello.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
Oh, God, bloody Northerners. Ask her why she's letting us get so close to the crime scene. For all she knows, we could be the killer.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir.
Well, bloody hell.
You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
Ah, Lizard. So you don't hail from the House of Dreams. When you sleep, you truly sleep.
Figured as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really fucking care about that. I just want to get off the ship, but... Laugh. You really think you'd help a Magister? Someone who's keeping you under lock and key?
Think about it. It's one of you who got killed, not one of us. We want to find who did it and bring them to justice.
Okay.
Who's your real enemy here?
Good question. I've only just started, so I don't really know.
You let me know if you hear anything. Whoever did this is dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Right, so we want to pick up this bedroll. Faux show. I don't really want it there on the bar. I'll just move along to here. And we'll stick it. No. Fucked it. Bedroll. Very good. Okay, let's go and talk to, let's talk to the people that are going to be at the party first. So let's go talk to Sebel, because she's pretty weird. Hello.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
I wonder what she's doing.
Rolling dice.
Okay.
Deciding fates.
Frown. Whose face is she deciding?
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
That's not what I asked, but...
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
If she can decide fates with dice, ask if she can read the future in Cal's entrails as well. Haha.
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past, in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
Well... naughty. I don't see why not.
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, you lay awake thinking of someone back home. A very special someone. You were reminiscing about the things you used to do together.
Well, I never. How dare you accuse me of such? Snap at her. She doesn't know what in the seven hells she's talking about.
She pats you on the shoulder consolingly.
There, no need to be a sourpuss. You don't have to worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
So I have a feeling that she's going to be great fun in the party. Next dickhead is this one over here. So, hello.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Fucking rude.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again.
Let's move closer, but clench our fists in case things go south.
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Okay.
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
Ask Ifan why the Magister suspects him of murder.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
Okay. Ask Ifan what he did to find himself at the mercy of a subordinate.
Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties.
Okay, well, we'll say that we're still curious about the murder. Did he do it?
No.
Oh, great, okay, good.
The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
Haha. Ask Ifan if he knows anything about where you're headed, Fort Joy.
The Joy? I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show.
Oh, the church.
Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself.
So you'd like to meet Alexander. You'd show him exactly what you think of his bloody divine order.
Easy now. I might think the same. But Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there? You, lizard, what's your name?
Buckethead, because I've got a bucket on my head.
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
I say it's, Gil.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
Away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
Okay. Let's go talk to the Red Prince, because he's a cock.
I've never dined on it. Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
Mumble through clenched jaws. What on earth is he doing?
I'm inspecting your teeth, in case that wasn't spectacularly obvious. There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
Yes, Justin. It is a video game, but it's an RPG, so you do a lot of talking as well. Well, I mean, we can hardly tell a turkey from a turnip, which is kind of true.
Oh, goodness, no. And don't even mention the demon's testes that are turnips. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
You've had enough of this. He can stuff his questions.
Goodness gracious me, what a bore. Off with you. Quite clearly, you wouldn't have done at all. Shoo.
Miserable prick. Right, Beast, hello.
The broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
Ask what you're meant to be hearing.
The ship, of course.
Quieten and listen to the sounds of the ship.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
Say the sea sounds angry, like it's trying to capsize the ship.
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
That isn't anger, it's...
He cocks his ear to the other side, then smiles.
Anticipation. She senses something. I'd hold on to my breeches if I were you, mate. That's all you hear, though. Listen close.
Just ask him exactly what we're supposed to be listening for. He's just fucking weird.
You've got ears on your head, haven't you? Do you need me to show you how to use them?
Close your eyes and try to let the ambient sounds on the ship fade away.
There now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
Nod. You heard it. What's it supposed to be?
It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east.
Okay.
Burn my beard. That means if we've been travelling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
So fucking precise. Yeah. Ask why he's so excited about reaching Fort Joy. I haven't heard anything good about the place.
No indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
I'm sure that every other prisoner here thinks that, but
the
okay.
dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
Cock an eyebrow. If he's hatching an escape plan, you want in.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and doesn't acknowledge you anymore.
Right, well, fine then.
It was one of them. I know it.
Fane, hello.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail. He reaches out, flicks a finger against one of your scales, and rubs his chin.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
Ask whether the book he's reading is any good. He seems engrossed in it.
It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
Well, I've got to go lizard, surely. Boast that the ancient empire had abided through all of history. Even in the face of the Divine Order, it stands strong.
Oh, please. I have no interest in that.
Rude.
Your books are too full of it already. No. I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
Snort, if he wants legends, he shouldn't be reading a history book.
Of course you don't have any useful information. Why did I expect anything else? Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
Insist. Why was he so curious about the gods?
No amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eyes off his book or respond to your questions.
You think me mad?
Okay, Losa. Get him a life.
Ah, there you are. Husband. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not-at-all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
Play along and take her arm with a grin and tell the children they must be mistaken.
How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
Ask if she couldn't find some more age-appropriate companions.
Like yourself, maybe. I don't mind the kiddies, usually.
Tell her she ought to have a look around with you. You can watch each other's backs.
Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it.
Well.
You take care, though.
Ask if she knows anything about the murder that happened on board.
Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
Most suspicious. Okay, well, that's all the characters, so let's just loot the shit out of everything now, shall we? And then, maybe, just maybe, we'll get to doing some combat. Maybe. Who are you again?
Forgive me, kin. Were that I had more than gruel to serve. If I'd more than cornmeal and rotting roots, I'd concoct something more fitting.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very wall. The indignity.
Oh, yes, quite. Right, well, it's just a load of shit, really, isn't it? So we might as well go through. Yeah, can I?
It's a register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far?
Ask if he actually cares.
Of course I do. Seems Voidwalk can dog your heels like a shadow. That's no way to live, is it? You'll see. We're gonna help you. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Thank you. Anything that I can rob.
Standing at the centre of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
Fucking raspy ass.
There are others whose lives must end.
Oh, good lord, she sounds horrible.
Good God, the woman's mad.
And she sounds horrible.
You there, sorcerer. Go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
This may be the perfect opportunity to create a mutiny. Tell the woman you stand by her.
No, I'm afraid I always perform my part solo. Do stay and watch, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
Well, bollocks.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she can't source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Oh dear.
What happened?
That didn't go very well, did it? Right, well, let's just loot everything from the dead people, because, I mean, what else do you do with dead people, right? Well, you got Shiv. Shiv with a shank and shank with a Shiv. Display case, anything in there? No, right. Chest. Right, so we probably want to go with the staff. In fact, actually, we just want to loot everything, really. Let's get that staff on. Straight away. Like so. Actually, we should also then come down here. We're going to clear that. Come along to this. Put that on the bar. Put that on the bar there as well. No. Oh, shit. Yeah. We probably shouldn't run in fire. It's a really bad idea. What have we got here, then? Let's read this. A few of them are good in spirits, especially the children. The others are sullen. Don't blame them. Change is rough. They'll make new friends sooner or later. And when we cure them for good, they'll be thanking us, not cursing. Well, most of them. That elf with the dice, that lone wolf, the creaky-voiced woman in the kitchen, some folks won't get over it. Reckon they won't be the first to get cured, if they're ever cured at all. Requisition. Sorcerer hold, just some bollocks, and some more bollocks. Got some gold there, that's nice. Right, so in this room it's just everybody knocked over. So we'll go up the stairs, shall we? Hello, dog.
Not long before this thing snaps into splinters.
Yep, I'll steal all of that, please.
Damn, that doesn't bode well. Upwards and upwards.
Can I get in here? Maybe. Can I pick the lock? Is there a key? I can't remember for shit. Let's just pick the lock, shall we? Hope that it works. Hey. Right, I believe that this puts us in combat, so I'm going to save here. Let's go.
Thank the gods. By divine grace, who was that howling?
He eyes the collar circling your neck and reaches a hand towards his blade.
Oh.
Another sorcerer.
Finger your collar. Can you help? You can help him if he gets this stupid device off of you.
Even if I knew how to rip that thing off, I wouldn't. Some crazy banshee comes screaming through, and now we got void bugs swarming up top. Saw it coming, I did. Sorcerer mutiny.
Let's just fucking kick his head in. So we'll roll our eyes at this weakling and attack. He should pose no threat.
Then the mutiny ends here.
Okay, so what do? They're both nearly dead, which is good. You've got next to no armor. Can I hit you from here? Okay, yeah, let's just melee you to death. Like so. And let's set you on fire as well. So we'll just go 1, 2, 3. Easy peasy. Barely had to do anything. What a load of shit. Just gonna save here, and then I will return. Are you saved? Yes, good, right. Returning momentarily.